Every easy way to add HP to your car explained. Upgraded air intake. You can't run fast if you can't breathe clearly, and the same goes for your car. Upgraded air intakes are one of the easiest and most affordable ways to squeeze extra horsepower out of your engine without cracking open your wallet too wide. Think of your engine as a giant air pump that's constantly moving air around. For it to perform better, it simply needs more clean air, just like how you'd breathe better after clearing a stuffy nose. A performance air intake system allows your engine to gulp down significantly more oxygen, sometimes tripling the amount of air flowing into your combustion chambers compared to what comes from the factory, which is often restrictive. As you might have seen, most stock air filters are made from paper, which is kind of like making your car breathe through a paper bag. Sure, it keeps dirt out, but it's also pretty restrictive. Performance air filters, on the other hand, use fancier materials like oiled cotton or foam that flow much better while still trapping all the nasty particles. Companies like K and N are so confident in their filters that they offer million-mile warranties. Plus, these filters are reusable. Just clean them periodically and they're good to go, which means no more tossing paper filters in the trash after every service. The simplest upgrade is a drop-in performance panel filter that directly replaces your stock filter without needing any other modifications. These typically cost under $50 and take literally minutes to install. Pop open your airbox, swap out the old filter for the new one, and you're done. For gearheads looking for a bit more oomph, an induction kit, also known as a cold air intake, takes things to the next level by replacing some or all of your restrictive airbox with smooth, free-flowing components. These cold air intakes are particularly effective because they draw in cooler air from outside the engine bay, rather than the hot air swirling around your engine. Why does this matter? Well, cold air is denser and contains more oxygen molecules per volume than hot air. More oxygen means more complete combustion, which translates directly to more power. It's like the difference between trying to breathe in a stuffy, hot room versus taking a deep breath of crisp morning air. These systems also eliminate those sharp bends and abrupt transitions in your stock intake that create turbulence and restrict airflow. Imagine trying to drink a thick milkshake through a crazy straw with lots of twists and turns. It's much harder than using a straight, wide straw. The same principle applies to your engine's breathing. Upgraded intakes use smooth, gradual bends and wider diameter tubing to let the air flow freely into your engine's hungry cylinders. As a bonus side effect, these performance intakes often produce a more aggressive induction sound, that sporty roar when you hit the gas. Your car will not only go faster, but sound the part too. The more advanced kits even include heat shields or sealed intakes to keep hot engine bay air away from your filter, plus aluminum or silicone pipework instead of the cheap, corrugated plastic tubing most cars come with from the factory. For most modern cars, these simple breathing upgrades can easily add 5 to 15 horsepower, all for a few $100 in an hour or two to install. Not bad for what's essentially giving your car's lungs a much-needed upgrade. Performance exhaust system. Okay, you've drawn in fresh, cold air and put it through its paces inside the engine. Now what? Well, just like how you can't keep breathing in without breathing out, your engine needs to expel all those exhaust gases efficiently. This is where performance exhaust systems come in. These essentially give your car's respiratory system a complete makeover on the exit side. Think of your stock exhaust as a jam-packed highway during rush hour. Sure, traffic eventually gets through, but it's slow and inefficient. A performance exhaust, on the other hand, is like opening up all lanes and removing the toll booths. The quicker you can get those waste gases out, the quicker you can get fresh air in. It's that simple. Most factory exhaust systems are designed primarily to reduce noise and meet emission standards, not for maximum performance. They're often restrictive, with tight bends, crushed pipes, and overly quiet mufflers that create back pressure, essentially making your engine work harder than it needs to. It's like trying to blow through a straw that's been pinched in the middle. A proper performance exhaust upgrade typically means going with what's called a catback system, replacing everything from the catalytic converter all the way to the tailpipe. These systems use larger diameter, mandrel-bent pipes that allow exhaust gases to flow more freely. For even more serious gains, you can opt for headers or long-tube headers that replace the factory exhaust manifolds right at the engine. Most quality performance exhausts are made from either stainless steel or titanium, with the latter being considerably lighter. And remember, less weight always means better performance. As an added bonus, these materials typically don't rust like your factory exhaust will, with many manufacturers offering lifetime warranties. That means you'll likely never have to replace your exhaust again, which is a nice perk for your wallet in the long run. Worried about sounding like a teenager with a coffee can strapped to your muffler? No stress. Most reputable manufacturers like Miltech, Borla, or Cobra offer various sound levels to suit your taste. You can choose between resonated versions that filter out the annoying drone during highway cruising, while still giving you that satisfying growl when you put your foot down. Or non-resonated versions for those who want the full symphony. Some systems even use clever valves that stay quiet during normal driving, but open up for the full concert when you're pushing hard. When paired with that performance intake we just talked about, a good exhaust system can easily add another 5 to 20 horsepower, depending on your vehicle, while also giving your car a more aggressive and satisfying sound signature. Exhaust upgrades usually cost between $300 and $800 for most vehicles, making it one of the best bang-for-buck upgrades to increase your horsepower. Just be prepared with plenty of WD-40 when removing that old rusty factory system. Those bolts can be stubborn after years of heat cycles and road grime. But trust me, when you hear that deep, throaty rumble and feel that responsiveness the first time you step on the gas, you'll know it was worth every minute spent lying under your car. ECU remap. Modern cars are technological marvels, and like any form of modern technology, there's software underneath all that bodywork running the show from behind the shadows. That software lives in your car's engine control unit, essentially the brain of your vehicle that controls everything from fuel delivery to ignition timing and everything in between. And just like upgrading the processor in your computer can make everything run faster, upgrading your car's ECU can unleash serious hidden horsepower that the manufacturer left on the table. When automakers program your car's ECU at the factory, they're not actually trying to maximize performance. Instead, they're creating a compromise that works across different fuel qualities, maintenance habits, climate conditions, and emissions regulations around the world. They're programming for the lowest common denominator, the guy who forgets oil changes and fills up with the cheapest gas available. That means your car is likely running at just a fraction of what it's actually capable of. This is where ECU tuning, sometimes called remapping or flashing, comes in. A professional tuner will hook up to your diagnostic port and rewrite the software controlling your engine, adjusting everything from fuel-air mixtures to boost pressure and ignition timing. The result is an engine that responds more eagerly to throttle inputs and produces significantly more power throughout the rev range. The beauty of ECU tuning is that it's completely reversible, doesn't require any physical mods to your engine, and can usually be done in just a couple of hours. The results, however, can be dramatic. We're talking power gains of 15 to 20% on normal turbocharged gas engines, and up to a whopping 30% more power and torque on turbo diesels. That could mean an extra 40 to 60 horsepower on many modern cars without changing a single physical component. For the best results, it's smart to do your ECU tune after you've installed other performance upgrades like that cold air intake and performance exhaust. This way, your tuner can optimize the software specifically for your modifications, squeezing out every last bit of performance your new hardware can deliver. Some tuning companies even offer different stages of tunes that progressively get more aggressive as you add supporting modifications. Just keep in mind that while many tunes can actually improve fuel economy during normal driving, pushing that newly unlocked power will certainly have you visiting the pump more frequently. But trust me, the first time you feel that smooth surge of extra power pushing you back in your seat, you'll forget all about the fuel bill. High-octane fuel. You might not think about the quality of fuel you pump in at the gas station. Whatever is the cheapest still gets the job done, right? But if you're serious about extracting every single ounce of horsepower your engine has to offer, that premium fuel deserves your attention. High-octane fuel isn't just a marketing ploy or luxury option. It's actually an engineering solution to a specific problem that can unlock hidden performance in your engine. Let's talk octane ratings, whether it's labeled as RON or Research Octane Number in Europe and Asia, or AKI for Anti-Knock Index in North America. The principle is the same worldwide. The higher the number, the more compression the fuel can handle before it spontaneously combusts. Think of it as your fuel's ability to resist knocking, that pinging sound that happens when fuel explodes prematurely in your engine instead of burning in a controlled fashion. This knocking isn't just annoying, it can seriously damage your engine over time. When you use higher octane fuel, your engine's computer detects this quality upgrade and can advance the ignition timing to extract more power from each combustion cycle. It's like getting the perfect spark at exactly the right moment, rather than playing it safe with a conservative timing setup. Many modern engines are designed to detect and adapt to different fuel grades. They'll protect themselves with standard fuel, but will happily unlock extra performance when they taste the good stuff. Beyond just preventing knock, premium fuels typically contain better detergents and fewer ethanol additives, which helps keep your fuel system clean. Over time, this means less carbon buildup on valves and injectors, maintaining peak performance rather than gradually losing power as deposits accumulate. Just like keeping your shower head clean, so water flows perfectly rather than spraying in all random directions. While the power gains might be modest, typically 2 to 5% on engines designed for regular fuel, but up to 10% on high-performance engines, The long-term benefits of a cleaner, healthier engine make premium fuel worth considering, especially if you've already invested in other performance upgrades. Your engine deserves the good stuff. Think of it as taking your car out for a steak dinner instead of fast food. Wheels and tires. At the end of the day, how fast you go is determined by the 4 small contact patches your car has with the asphalt underneath. That's why wheels and tires simply cannot be forgotten when talking about maximizing performance on the cheap. Sure, it might not make the number on the dyno read higher, but what good is all that horsepower if you can't actually put it to the ground? Upgrading your wheels and tires is like giving your car better running shoes. Noah Lyles will always perform better in athletic footwear than in flip-flops. Let's start with the wheels. Most people only consider alloy wheels for their looks, and hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting your car to turn heads. But the performance benefits are just as impressive as the visuals. Aftermarket alloy wheels are typically significantly lighter than your factory steel wheels, and this weight reduction happens at the most critical place on your car: the rotating mass. 1 pound saved at the wheel is worth about 5 pounds saved from the overall vehicle weight, because it's constantly spinning. It's like the difference between running with heavy boots versus lightweight running shoes. Your engine doesn't have to work as hard to get and keep those wheels spinning. Lighter wheels mean your car can accelerate quicker, change direction more eagerly, and even stop faster since there's less rotational inertia to overcome. The difference in handling can be night and day, making your car feel much more nimble and responsive even without touching the engine. If you're really serious about performance, look for forged alloy wheels rather than cast ones. The forging process creates a stronger wheel that can be made with less material, resulting in even less weight, though they do command a premium price over cast wheels. As for tires, they might be the single most important performance upgrade you can make. You can have 1,000 horsepower under the hood, but it's worthless if your tires can't grip the road. Think of it this way: every single thing your car does, accelerating, braking, cornering, happens through those 4 hand-sized contact patches connecting you to the road. Upgrading to quality performance tires with softer compounds and better tread patterns can dramatically improve everything from your 0 to 60 times, cornering speeds, and stopping distances. The beauty of tire upgrades is that they don't require any mechanical knowledge to install, won't void your warranty, and can transform your car's handling characteristics overnight. Just make sure you're choosing the right tire for your needs. Summer performance tires offer amazing grip in warm, dry conditions, but can be dangerous in cold or wet weather. All-season performance tires sacrifice a bit of maximum grip for improved versatility. For the budget-conscious car owner, a good set of tires on your stock wheels will give more real-world performance gains than almost any other single modification in the same price range. Remember, as we said, all the power in the world doesn't matter if you can't get it to the ground. That's all we've got for today. Make sure to hit like and get subscribed. We've got more videos just like this heading your way. See you next time on Tune My Ride.